I'm Cherie Harder. I'm the president of the Trinity Forum, and my guest today is Dr. Richard Hays. Dr. Hays is one of the nation's foremost New Testament scholars and the longtime dean of Duke Divinity School. And tonight, he and N.T. Wright will be our guest at an evening conversation on the good news and the good life, which we commend to you and which you can see at www.ttf.org. Dr. Hays agreed to come into our office and answer a few questions in a lightning round. So, Richard, here we go.
Okay.
Outside of the Bible, what book has been most influential in your life?
I think it was a book that was given to me when I was graduating from high school. It's a book of the collected poems and plays of T.S. Eliot.
Excellent. Who has had the greatest impact on your life, work, and thought?
I would say there are certain people who've had a great influence on my life, starting with my family, my mother, who was a church organist and person of faith and raised me as a Christian. My college chaplain, William Sloane Coffin at Yale back in the late 1960s, was somebody who gave me a kind of different vision for what the Christian life might look like. Spent some time at Legree as a very young man and heard people like Francis Schaeffer and Os Guinness lecture about Christian apologetics, and Leander Keck, who was one of my teachers in my PhD program at Emory, was a big influence, and then he later became dean at Yale Divinity School, where I started my teaching career there. So that's too long an answer for a lightning round, but there you are.
Favorite musical artist?
Oh my gosh, the Beatles.
How can
that be a wrong answer?
If you had a dinner party, who would you most want to invite, either currently alive or from history?
I would start with St. Paul. I have a lot of questions. I want to see if I've got him right on how I think how to interpret it, what he had to say. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, it'd be intriguing to talk to him. I ought to say Jesus. I think Jesus would be an uncomfortable dinner guest for a lot of us.
Last question. What single piece of advice would you give to a young person seeking to fully and faithfully follow Jesus?
Immerse yourself in Scripture. Seek to be obedient to the light you have from Scripture, and find companions to walk on the journey with you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Richard. For more from Richard and N.T. Wright, be sure to tune in to seeing them discuss the good news and the good life at www.ttf.org.